Let's take a look at the ELF140B. So the name E, easy mount, L refers to LCD, LED or any flat panel. F means fixed or flat to the wall. And the 140 refers to the maximum TV size, which kind of brings us to the elephant in the room, 140 inches. As of today, the biggest TV that I'm aware of is the Samsung 130 inch announced at CES this year. And that's a pretty niche product. So where does this 140 inch come from? Well, essentially it's a conservative estimate based on two things: the maximum VESA hole pattern and the weight rating. So the ELF 140B supports up to 1,200 mil wide by 800 mil high VESA and up to 125 kilos. That makes the 140 inches a safe and sensible upper limit, albeit it's a guess. Keep in mind that Ezymount tends to be on the conservative side when it comes to ratings. So as an example, the VPF 100 says up to 100 inches on the box, yet it's fully warranted for the Hisense 116 inch once you check the specs. So the real rule is always the same: check the VESA and the weight of the TV. Now that we understand the model name, why would you actually need the ELF 140B? The main reason is the wall plate. It's huge, over 1.3 meters wide. That makes it ideal for extremely wide VESA hole patterns. For example, the Hisense 110 inch TV has a VESA width of about 1.1 meters. That sounds enormous, but wider VESA patterns are actually structurally better. Compared to a standard 600 mil wide VESA, a 1.1 meter VESA places roughly a quarter of the stress on each mounting hole. So from a mechanical point of view, wide is safer. And I expect that we'll see more TVs like this in the future. The second reason is wall fixings. Because the plate is so wide, you can fix it to a minimum of 3 studs. If you're dealing with metal studs at, say, a 600 mil separation, worst case scenario, that still leaves 3 solid fixing points, which is ideal for TVs of this size. In my experience, the most common failure point on TV installs isn't the bracket, it's the wall fittings, especially the top rail. And that's why it's good to see a second layer of steel here. You're looking for around 4.5 mil of steel on that top rail. Cheap brackets are often under 2 mil, so that difference matters. So now a lot of compliments. Now I've got to get into some unpleasantries. This product is a bit of a Frankenstein. It started life as a single wall plate bracket and then got converted into a double. The TV strips were also extended from 400 mil to either 600 mil or 800 mil. From testing, none of this affected the structural integrity and didn't really add install time, but it's worth knowing. I do have a couple of small criticisms. First, the micro adjustment. The packaging says 8 mil adjustment, but because of where the spring clip releases, I could only realistically get about 3 mil. That means that you got a very limited amount of leveling. And second, the packaging. Ezymount packaging is normally excellent, but this one's way too tight. It feels like it was designed for the original single plate version, and then the ELF 140 came along and they just made it fit. So it's not a deal breaker, but it is noticeable. So final thoughts: the ELF 140 makes a lot of sense if your TV has extremely wide VESAs. I'm talking 1 meter plus. And second, if you're mounting a very large TV to metal studs. If those aren't issues, you'd probably be better off going for something like the VPF 100 or one of my personal favorites, the ELT 1510, which I've done a video on. All right, thanks for tuning in.